This is going to change your mind on meme coins forever. Not only is this what is known as a $1 million opportunity, but we very well could be entering a meme coin super cycle. This is Must Stop Murad's presentation at Token 2049.
Happening and why it will continue. So the meme coin super cycle is not just a prediction about the future. It's already happening. If you look at the year-to-date performance of all the major crypto categories, they're a mixed bag with a lot of disappointments and a lot of
Check this post out. I'm going to stop periodically just to explain this. He speaks pretty fast in this presentation, but what he's pointing out is that meme coins, the new meme coin division, even old meme coins, are outperforming every other sector. I mean, you got your benchmarks here, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana in the top left, but check out your modulars. These are your TIAs, your Arbitrums, your Optimisms, your Starks, your Matics, your Layer 1s, your Ethereum DeFi, your Solana DeFi. It is outperforming every other sector.
Underperforming tokens. But if you look at the bottom right of the screen, you will see that meme coins in particular are dominating in terms of outperformance right now. Old memes are doing well, and new memes are doing particularly amazing. The era of all crypto assets moving up in unison is over. We're all going to make it is dead.
Yeah, I've been saying this for a very long time to you guys, and the reason for this is just because there are tens of thousands of tokens now being created, and this is moving everybody from the VC cabal tokens where there's like early influencers and YouTubers that are pumping projects that they're getting in at these incredible early prices, while retail just ends up being exit liquidity. And him bringing this into this presentation blows my mind.
This is a natural step in the evolution of the space. If you look at the first 3 pages of CoinMarketCap, you will see that only 43 tokens have outperformed Bitcoin year to date.
Wow. The top category, he goes through this really quick. Only 43 tokens, guys. Giga, PopCac, Mog. Look at this. Out of the top 12, 10 of them are meme coins. 15, top 15.
And does any category stand out? You will see that 13 out of the top 20 are meme coins.
13 out of the top 20 are meme coins. I want to go back to this project because when you look down, like check this out, 13 out of top 20 are meme coins. You don't really get down to centralized exchanges. This is a huge point because a lot of you ask me about like crypto.com and all and like gate.ios and all these exchange tokens. These cryptocurrency centralized exchange tokens are the least performers in these movers. Then it looks like you have AI, artificial intelligence. So if you hold AIOZ, AGIX, you got, Fetch AI, Arkham Intelligence. The AI tokens are going to be moving in there as well. You do have Velo here, which I don't believe that's actually the Velodrome. But I do know Aerodrome is more than likely going to be on this list. It's been performing recently, but again, you want to look for the meme
coin year to date. And does any category stand out? You will see that 13 out of the top 20 are meme coins. So why is the meme coin cycle happening? There's reasons internal to the space and reasons external to the space. So first of all, there's a massive overproduction of tokens, right? There's 600,000 new tokens being launched.
Wow. Every single day, 5,500 tokens per day. And this goes back to the conversation, guys. When you go into this is for everybody that is both new and been in cycle after cycle. This next super cycle that we're entering in, or this next bull run that we're entering into, there's going to be now 50s, if not hundreds of thousands of tokens that are being launched. And so the industry still is only $2-3 trillion. That $2 to $3 trillion has to be dispersed among way more competition.
In 2024, and this was just as of April, and there's over 5,500 tokens being launched per day. They're extremely inflated altcoin valuations at centralized exchange listing time, right? Let's ignore the software for a moment. Founders get zero cost basis on the token. VCs and angels get to buy a large percentage of the token cheaply. And then centralized exchanges, market makers, Twitter KOLs, Twitter TH artists, Telegram callers, YouTubers, they all get either token supply or dollars in order to talk about the token, right?
The dump on the retail for exit liquidity. This has to be shaking the entire retail or the entire content creation audience that's watching him right now. They're like, dude, stop exposing us. I've been telling you guys this since day one. This is why you want to move towards a 100% fair launch era of tokens. This is about the people. Even though decentralization has been this buzzword that's been moving around our ecosystem for the last 8 years, it's a buzzword. A lot of these systems are incredibly centralized. And so this is like, put it in the comments. How many of you have been holding XRP or utility tokens, right? How many of you are in it for the tech? Because the reality of the situation is 90+% of investors, guys, they're not in it for the tech. They're in it to make money. And so are the founders. The founders that are telling you, oh, what, we will build and they will come. They're the ones that have 50 to 90% of their own supplies. And then between them, their VCs and their angel investors and centralized exchanges, like 90% of the tokens are already gone. Then maybe 5% is usually allocated, or 10% is allocated to your marketers, your KOLs, your YouTubers, your crypto Twitter, your advertisers and market makers on whatever platform it is. Then it goes to retail.
And ultimately, retail is the exit liquidity for this. When you're launching at $10 billion valuations, retail is the exit liquidity that ultimately gets dumped on. All of the altcoin price appreciation has been relegated to the private rounds. This is what you typically see in tier 1 VC-backed infrastructure tokens this year. All of the FDV grows. It happens in the shadows. It happens in the private markets. By the time something gets listed, it gets listed at 5, 10, $15 billion valuations. So retail does not get to benefit from this at all. So they deliberately, I believe, list altcoins at extremely high initial valuations so that even after the initial negative 90%, which is inevitable, the seed investors are still up 100x, while retail mistakenly think that it's a discounted bargain.
So he skipped past that chart really quick. I want to go back to it just to show you guys. I'm going to remove me from the screen here. Check down here in the bottom left. This is your pre-seed allocation. Then it goes to your seed allocation, then Series A. You can see that Series A is still based off the chart he's presenting here, are still massively in the profit, even though the price of that token is down by 90%. So if you're someone that's being marketed to on these TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitter, wherever it is, or to from these institutions themselves, just realize they got in at pre-seed. All these people here, guys. Let's go back to this chart right here. All the token founders, the VCs and the angels, they got in on the pre-seed and the seed rounds, guys. So just keep that in mind.
So they deliberately, I believe, list altcoins at extremely high initial valuations so that even after the initial negative 90%, which is inevitable, the seed investors are still up 100x, while retail mistakenly think that it's a discounted bargain. All of the 2024 launches on Binance are literally down only. Every single one except 2. One of them is WIF, which is barely up since listing, and the other is Jupiter, which is obviously meme coin trading infrastructure. Like that in and of itself should be sending a signal here. GameFi, just as a sample category, not looking particularly great either.
GameFi, guys, is just not going to trend. I know a lot of you love Web3 gaming. You're looking probably 2026 with GTA 6. That's going to bring in a lot of new gaming, a lot of new gamers. And that might bring another wave into that category. But wow, yeah, there's like very few tokens that have actually performed at all in 2020.
Just as a sample category, speculative dApps that have been hits in this industry, and we've had smart contracts for 10 years. So if you look at Uniswap, Pump Fund, Polymarket, Fantasy Pop, Jupiter, Phantom, DYDX, GMX, Hyperliquid, Rollbit, Shuffle, Blur, Tensor, Solana, and big parts of DeFi, literally all of this, and these are probably the highest PMF products in crypto history, right? They're all either directly related to.
And for you guys watching, my favorite project on here is probably going to be Jupiter. Really big DEX on top of Solana. I think there's going to be a lot more volume that moves into that, especially into 2025. So if you guys don't hold Jupiter, that's a project you definitely want to
PMF products in crypto history, right? They're all either directly related to or dependent on speculation. 99% of altcoins don't justify their valuations, and they often say that it's the regulations, which is the main reason why they don't revenue share, but it's not in their interest to do so, because there are many projects that literally make $500 in fees per day while trading at $5 to $10 billion valuations, right? And goes without saying that these infra tokens aren't going to become monetary stores of value either. So if these tokens make it easy to be valued in Microsoft Excel by investment banker types, then it will be obvious to everybody that they're 100x overvalued. They need the narrative. They need the memetic premium to support their overvalued market caps. And the crypto token markets don't seem to value revenue over hype either. This is a list of tokens that are most frequently hyped as kind of like large and legitimate revenue producers, which they are, but their respective tokens, they haven't been doing particularly well either this year. The 2 exceptions are Banana, which people use to trade meme coins, and Arrow, which obviously benefited from.
Yeah, Aerodrome, baby. Let's go, guys. Let us know in the comment if you hold Aerodrome. But the best performer year to date here is Aerodrome, and that is that base ecosystem that we've been talking about. And we share with you guys a meme coin at the end of this that I do think is going to do very, very well. But yeah, it's, again, meme coins leading the entire DeFi space.
Base is meme coin season as well. So revenue creates a floor, but it also creates a ceiling. And this is probably the most important. Binance research themselves have pointed that there are $155 billion worth of unlocks coming in the next 5 years. That is a huge headwind to anything technological. VCs can't publicly embrace the meme coin thesis because it would pose risk to the valuations of tech alts, a lot of which haven't even launched yet, right? And so, just a reminder, meme coins are already fully circulating and they have no unlocks. Last but not least, Doge, SHIB, Pepe, and WIF have already proven to the market consciousness that these things can go to 5, 50, or even $100 billion type valuations. And so people are finally waking up to the idea that the token is the real product. And the crypto industry is a token production industry that is masquerading as the software production industry.
Yes.
Many new launches look like this. 80% of the supply in the hands of insiders. This is completely broken. Goes without saying that this does not build community. On the other end of the spectrum, you have something that's much more organic. If you look at the most organic and bottom-up meme coins, you will see that they effectively enabled poor hodlers to get rich, who subsequently become unpaid full-time evangelists for the project. And I think in the next couple of years, you're essentially going to see this ideological war. For a crypto industry that's so obsessed with decentralization, it's crazy how centralized some of the altcoin holdings have become. So the entire token market cannot sustain itself without retail inflows. But the vast majority of retail never cared about technology. Why would they care about that? Does retail care about some blockchain being slightly more private? No. Do they care about some blockchain being slightly faster? No. Do they care about ZK snarks? No. What do they care about? Let's be real. They care about making money, they care about having fun, and they care about belonging somewhere. So meme coins are not a vampire attack against crypto tech. Meme coins are a vampire attack against crypto tech tokens. Big difference. So both meme coins and altcoins are actually selling you the same product. It's the token, not the software. And meme coins are a counterattack of the trenches, right? All tokens, doesn't matter if it's a tech token or a meme token, they're tables at the casino. So why should we play at your tables when we can create our own tables, right? Meme coins are a spiritual reincarnation of the 2017 ICO wave, but in a new form. And even crypto tech projects, if you look at past history, that managed to create cult-like communities and outperformed for a couple of cycles in a row, are those that either had an ICO or had some other way to let retail buy cheap before a major run-up. Why does this matter? Because when you're trading attention, a relentless community is the secret sauce that you need to look for. And if you don't enable poor people to get rich, then you have no community. And in my opinion, airdrops don't build community either.
And this is why communities like XRP and Cardano are slowly starting to fade. They still have really strong cult-like communities, is because they started very early on. But when you guys are looking into your next wave of diversification into crypto in 2025, if you're looking at a layer one, guys, layer ones, DeFi, it's still going to exist. It's still going to grow, but look for the ones that are marketing effectively. A perfect example is Nutter Butter on TikTok. Like their TikTok, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to it. Come back to the comments and let me know if you actually watch the TikTok, because oh my gosh, they're going absolutely insane with their marketing. They're making Nutter Butter seem crazy, and it's going viral. But the same thing with meme coins. You have to, if you're a layer one or a layer two, and I've been talking about this with you guys a lot on the channel, is that I believe the next era of meme coins are 100% fair launch community-driven projects. This is where there is no cabal, there is no KOLs, there is no insiders, there is no, VC pump and dumps that are, absorbing 90% of the tokens. It's the projects that are building, that launch a meme coin just for the community. They don't make money off of it necessarily. They're not trading it necessarily. They're not even a part of it, other than it is their mascot for their project. But the mascot is tokenized, and that brings this community that can get behind this idol, that can then grow beyond that. And that's where you have now, like he was talking about earlier, evangelists building on that project. Again, I have we're gonna be talking a little bit about Duke at the end of this, because it's something that Duke's been doing. There's now a community member that is building an entire video game with this meme coin that is 100% fair launch. It's owned completely by the community, and there's now, I can probably name 20 to 30 different individuals that are building with it because they made a ton of money off of it. Because again, this is no cabal, there's no VCs. It was completely up to them. So let's continue here.
So there's also external reasons for all this. Even from 4 years ago, the world is changing. The world outside of crypto. Inflation is going rampant. Money supply is growing fast. The prices of everyday goods are skyrocketing. AI is going to be coming for your jobs. Not even STEM degrees or computer science degrees are a safe way out anymore. Wealth and income inequality are as high as they've ever been, and the situation outside of the developed world is even worse. Accelerating loneliness, accelerating sexlessness, accelerating mental health issues, all of these are going up.
Dude, that's so many charts.
The amount of time spent online obviously growing year by year. There's competition, everything is becoming hyper-competitive. There's few remaining perceived ways to make it by people, right? Especially young people. There's diminishing influence of religion in society. This is just an undebatable fact. And last but not least, all of this is essentially a crisis of meaning. And I believe that all of the above is bullish crypto. It's especially bullish meme coins, and it's especially bullish cult meme coins.
Yeah.
Last but not least, stories create trends, right? For trends to emerge, there need to be stories that are percolating across the industry and the world at large about people making large gains in a particular new category. Without naming any names, we've already seen 4 or 5 of these with Pepe. We've seen 4 or 5 of these with Bonk. We've seen 4 or 5 of these with WIF this cycle, right? And all of the phantom wallet screenshots that you see of people finally making it, they don't come from utility alts. They don't come from tech alts. They come from memes. And this is why momentum is important. If you study past cycles, because of momentum and reflexivity, the things that outperform in the first half of the cycle R is the same thing that outperforms in the second half of the cycle. Again, meme coins are the outperformers thus far. We've seen this with Ethereum. It pumped in 2016. It pumped twice more in 2017. Verge, pumped in 2016, pumped twice more in 2017. Solana, pumped in 2020, pumped twice more in 2021. You've even seen this with NFTs, pumped in 2020, pumped twice more in 2021, right? So this momentum is important. And I believe that the meme mania, quote unquote, we had in March of 2024, I think that was just the first of the 3 pumps. And I think there's 2 giant pumps coming in 2025. So if you look at the top 20 new memes, it's only 8 billion. That just all of the new memes are still cheaper than a single VC-backed vaporware, right? So altcoins are 800 billion, unlocks are 155 billion, memes overall are 40 billion. I don't think Doge and SHIB matter anymore. The new stuff is 8 billion. That is unbelievably cheap. And money, especially retail money, it naturally wants to pump something that is easiest to pump, and that is going to be the new memes. Every cycle, the crypto asset category that outperforms the most is the one that is new, weird, and misunderstood. And parabolas are much more likely to occur in assets that are difficult to value. So not having a revenue is actually an advantage. With each cycle, the main altcoin narrative is becoming crazier. My theory is that this is a byproduct of inflationary pressures on society and its collective mental and hormonal well-being. So anxiety essentially pushes the swarm further down the risk curve. And you're seeing this with the main topics that are essentially in vogue with each cycle, right? Here's what you need to understand. Every single altcoin out there is actually working on 3 products. They're working on the software, they're working on the community, and they're working on the token. Meme coins are working on 2 products, the community and the token. People do not need technology or even a promise of future dividends to purchase a crypto coin. All they need is to like it and to see people talking about it. Any of you who are on crypto Twitter, I'm sure you understand which topic is being discussed the most right now. On utility, a lot of VCs and thought leaders are gaslighting you into believing that meme coins don't have any utility at all. I strongly disagree. And I believe that the best meme coins actually have more utility than almost all tech alts.
Yes.
What do they offer? Having fun, loneliness reduction, identity, hope provisioning, friendships, being a part of cutting-edge culture, sense of belonging, a guild in the MMORPG that is crypto, experience of teamwork.
Okay, I'm pausing here because he goes through these charts so quickly. Screenshot this and share this with this is so important. This was what decentralization was about in the beginning of crypto, and it's been swarmed and taken over by VCs. But this is the truth. If you want a successful project, it doesn't matter if it's a DeFi project, a layer 1, a layer 2, a Web3 game, you have
greater sense of
a narrative that is about having fun. The loneliness reduction is going back to what he was talking about earlier in the sense of like religion and everything is diminishing. The involvement of community is diminishing IRL. And so a lot of people, and that's in real life for anybody that doesn't know what that means. So a lot of these communities are simply people that come together online that find friendships, that find like they're a part of some cutting edge movement that allows them to feel safe. And you can look at just what's happening in elections, right? This is the most involved election cycle in history. And it's because a lot of Gen Z and millennials, it doesn't matter if they're smart or dumb, they don't have a sense of culture. They don't know what it feels like to be an American. They don't know what it feels like to, belong somewhere. They're trying to find that identity. They're trying to wrap themselves into an identity to feel like they're a part of something bigger. And that rolls over into every single marketing event, especially with these meme coins.
Participation. They are what DAOs were supposed to be. Relatability, emotional connection, mission and meaning, entertainment and being happy, charity, collective artistic expression, collective imagined reality, storytelling and lore building. And it's just hilarious to think about even the possibility of getting rich off of memes. So it kind of becomes a reflexive, self-fulfilling prophecy. And all of this is before we discuss the token itself, right? So
yes.
We can debate how much utility memes have, but it's not zero. And it doesn't matter that there's no revenue. People are paying for these services and participating by simply buying the token. All of this logic doesn't just apply to meme coins. The same logic applies to altcoins as well. But memes do it better because of structural, tokenomic, and emotional reasons. And here's my controversial opinion. Altcoins are not about technology, and meme coins are not about memes. What they actually are, they're tokenized communities. They're tokenized communities that use different narratives and techniques to recruit people and get the price to go up. And DJ Spartan has this famous infographic, right? Even there's quote unquote fundamentals, it's still predominantly mimetic in nature. I edited that to display how I see it, right? So the actual utility of any altcoin is probability times magnitude of future dividends for token holders, right? We know most of the time it's not going to lead to anything, but 90% is still mimetics and speculation. For meme coins, it's actually similar. There is some non-zero emotional value, but 80–90% of it is still mimetic and speculative. And what I think is happening in the industry right now, and what you'll see in 2025, is that meme coins are stealing the mimetic and speculative premia away from altcoins, right? People are realizing it was never about the tech. It was always about the tokens themselves. So the tokens are just gambling chips, and meme coins are a much better product. They're a much purer product with much greater product market fit than any tech alt. So here's what you need to understand. Any crypto asset that doesn't distribute cash flows to your wallet or is a store of value is a meme coin, period. So 99.999% of altcoins were meme coins all along. Altcoins are simply meme coins with more steps. It doesn't matter if a token is a tech token or a meme token. So what does actually matter? These are the factors that I believe actually matter to catch the next outperformer. Community, poor people getting rich, perceived maximum upside, token distribution, attention, fairness, organic price discovery, eliminating class warfare and bitterness within the token holders, no unlocks, no supply overhang, focusing on new coins which can enter price discovery and avoiding old coins which have backholders. Price action, obviously, positive momentum, evangelism and community participation. Where can you buy it? Authenticity, holder growth rates, no VCs and VCs having to buy at market, no cabal and cabal having to buy at market, who the whales are, who the KOLs are, who's talking about this on social media. Obviously the concept and the meme itself, but it's only a small part of it, as you can see. The message, decentralization of all kinds, cultiness, people not selling, simple, emotion, a good story, it needs to be a good narrative, a freshness of the narrative. You want people to want to be a part of that thing, that group, that movement, right? Inspiration, trends and cultural zeitgeist outside of crypto. Participation stickiness, and probably the most important is what I call free call labor. And notice how not a single one of these has anything to do with software revenue. These are the factors that actually matter.
Boom. And so I am going to show you a perfect example of this, guys. There's a little bit more to that video. You want to make sure you stick around to the end to hear his final thoughts, because that is, again, I told you guys what is going to change your entire mindsets on meme coins as a whole. But this is Shubaduki. You guys know we launched Duke a long time ago at this point, 100% fair launch. It is owned by the community. I haven't made even a dime off of this other than what we have for the marketing supply, which is like 9% of the tokens. And that is literally it. And it is gone for the last 3 to 6, I don't even know when we launched this, for like 4 months now. It has gone completely back to developing products and incentivizing the community to build. So there are some big things coming up. Number one, a really rich investor that is just a early on community member is building a full-on game around Duke himself and FOMO Jungle. FOMO.io as well. Guys, there is no utility to Duke. He's a meme coin. His whole purpose is to F the cabal, get rid of the cabal, take emotions out of the game, screw the VCs, screw the KOL, screw the whales, screw the insiders. And it's supposed to keep your emotions in check. And this is what FOMO.io is built around. It's a fear and greed index tool with the first ever retail fear and greed index that you can vote on every single day. Version 2 is launching in just a couple of weeks. We're adding liquidation charts. We're adding a new product suite, and we're going to continue to build with this. And this is all Duke branded. And so that is what he has talked about this entire time. Let's go back to that video. I want to show you guys the actual chart here.
Oh, not a
when you go through these, you need a community, poor people getting rich. And so this is coming from somebody that is but been a part of social media marketing for the better half of 2 cycles at this point. I'm telling you guys right now, this guy couldn't be closer to the truth. He hit it perfectly when he said it goes VCs to KOLs to all of these insiders and then the YouTubers and then Twitter, etc. Retail is last. So this is why Duke has no KOLs. There is no insiders. There is no team allocation. It is all dropped 100% fair launch, on-chain, stealth launch, and absorbed through this community over the last 3 to 4 months. It is very well distributed, and it is organic. Now, in all fairness, okay, I do want to say, just let it breathe. Don't go FOMO into things and hype things. I mean, if it hypes up and goes off and however it wants, it can, but we are building nonstop here. But this is where you get that positive momentum. It is a new coin. There is no old coins. There is no bag holders. Where can you buy it? It's on CoinW. Authenticity. Again, it's 100% authentic and owned by the communities. No VCs. If the VCs do come in, they have to buy at market. There is no cabal. I did not give this to any KOLs, no early influencers. There's no 90% of the supply is sniped. You can see it all on chain. People are not selling. Decentralization, again, completely massively decentralized. The message, again, is to take on all of these tokens you've watched that pump and dump week after week, and every single KOL and influencer and cabal member is telling you this is the next Pepe, like Wolf and all those products you guys saw. Those are all cabal tokens. Brett, cabal token. Even though he's talking about Brett in this video, yes, they become too big to fail at this point. Those are cabal tokens. Those same founders, Dog with Hat, etc., they've launched probably dozens, if not hundreds of other projects that have failed. And it's just this cabal trend and movement. So that is what Duke is against. It is saying, screw that. We're being a part of a community that is 100% fair launch. Tokens are all in circulation, completely decentralized, no KOLs, no insider trading, no none of that. It is all literally community launched and airdrop, which is really, really beautiful. So again, people not selling, trends plus cultural zeitgeist. I don't even necessarily, if you want to talk about this, we can jump into kind of that free cult labor, but that goes into, again, all of the narratives we've developed, the memes, the storytelling. We have an entire lore built around King Shubaduki, King Duke himself. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys go do so. But we're going back to the video here.
Single one of these has anything to do with software or revenue. These are the factors that actually matter. You are focused on technology, but the crypto industry is not a technology-first industry. It's an asset-first industry. Even the name of this conference is Token 2049. Instead of tech, you should be focused on human condition, retail motivation, and asset distribution. Meme coins are here to stay. People ask me, there's going to be billions of them. I say that's totally fine. 99.999% of them are going to be in the PvP category, aka hyper gambling. You want to look out for those that want to be multi-cycle. You want to be buying those that are trying to be the next Doge, trying to build a long-lasting cult, trying to be a brand, right? And if you ignore the current crop of hungry Zoomers on crypto Twitter, you will understand that most retail doesn't actually want to gamble and constantly rotate. They want to buy and hold something that they resonate with. This is why.
Exactly. Thank you. So if you're following somebody that is constantly rotating into a new meme coin week after week, they're probably part of the cabal.
PvE memes are going to succeed in the end. They want to believe in something. And the word meme coin is a misnomer. It's only about 30% about the meme itself, and it's 70% about the people. Again, what meme coins really are, they're tokenized communities which use the meme as their symbol and their banner. And there's going to be different flavors of them. So the best PvE memes are going to be cults. What is a cult? It's a group of people that are extremely passionate about a cause. If you've been kind of studying any of the Silicon Valley blogs from early 2010s, you will see many startups are always trying to unbundle Craigslist. And at the risk of being a little bit blasphemous, I think what you're going to see in the future is the unbundling of religion. It is essentially a Swiss Army knife which offers a bunch of products. It offers identity, culture, escape, loneliness reduction, community, hope, and a bunch of other things. And I believe that religion is losing influence in the world, and brands, experiences, and communities are filling that void. You can already see that with video games, music festivals, yoga, DMT retreats, CrossFit, SoulCycle, keto, and obviously financial assets, right? You know how culty Apple, Tesla holders are, how extremely culty Bitcoin holders are, and I believe we're going to be seeing similar phenomena with memes. So meme coins have shared values, shared lifestyles, shared principles, and understand that memes themselves are only a part of this, right? And so it doesn't actually matter if something is a tech alt or a meme coin. What actually matters is whether it's a cult. Most crypto outperformers have always been cults, both tech and non-tech. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Cardano, Chainlink, Dogecoin, ShibTao. And a lot of people focus on money and attention, but you also need to focus on time, energy, and labor. And I don't think people are going to be putting their time, energy, and labor into VC-funded tech projects that are already at 10 billion, because if you don't have community, your token is dead. So why is being a cult desirable? Because people are not going to be selling. People are going to have very high rates of participation. You're going to have an army of schizos working for the coin 24/7, even while you're asleep. And you're essentially going to have holders, some of which are engineers, designers, and influencers, providing labor for free.
Yes.
So I always like this tweet by Sisyphus from April 2024. He said, meme coins are making people realize that nearly all of the tech in crypto is a smokescreen designed to sell you a token that does nothing, marked up 100x from the private round. This is why VCs don't like meme coins. It threatens their core business, which is selling vapor. Just briefly, NFTs, I think meme coins are going to go much higher because instead of having 3,000 people promoting 10,000 illiquid JPEGs, you now have 100,000 people promoting one single liquid token. This is how I see the meme coin space evolving. You want to be focused on things that are going to become cults, brands, or movements. How to value them? They're not equity. They're not debt.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, I wanted to look at this chart again. This is a really cool chart. So he's saying essentially the bottom of the pyramid, and guys, let's just call it as what it is here. Celeb tokens are complete trash. Then you have your shit coins and trash. Irrelevant memes that are just people trying to make a meme coin around something that doesn't really have that much trend. Phrase coins, those really don't ever last too long. Animal coins they go often. This is why they're probably perfectly in the middle. 1 million plus coins, but there's always some new hyped animal on TikTok. Schizo coins, culture coins, relevant meme coins. But the big ones, guys, of course, are going to be the cults, the ones that just don't go away, like Ponky, that just have an enormous cult following that are going to continue to build and be a part of it. Lifestyle brands and subcultures. This is the next era. I think you're going to see NFL, NBA, and whatever professional sports it is. Why aren't they branding their mascot and tokenizing it? Imagine if all of these NBA guys, they don't make a money. Let's say this, right? They don't even make a dime off this. Maybe they offer like rewards and stuff, but what they do is every person that attends, and only the people that attend, and it's just one per ticket. So there's not somebody that owns a box office or a box seat at a MLB game doesn't get 1 million coins, while someone that purchases a regular general admission gets one. Every single ticket you buy, you just get one token or the same amount of airdrop. And in this case, now you have millions of fans or hundreds of thousands of fans that are all being airdropped the same token. they're going to want to use that to buy things like merch. Maybe they get 25% off. There's so many ways you can incentivize these communities to get more involved with their mascots and become more cultish around that lifestyle and that brand. You can do it with Nike. You can do it with anything. Movement missions, and of course,
This is how I see the meme movements. How to value them. They're not equity, they're not debt, they're not currencies, they're not quite like tech alts either. The best meme coins are emerging mini religions and need to be analyzed as such. I see them as financialized vessels of faith, and I see them as vessels collecting dissatisfaction, both within crypto, but also with the world at large. So if meme coins are a financialized middle finger to crypto, movement coins are a financialized middle finger to the world. And meme coins are simple, and tech alts are complex. Retail doesn't want to study about staking, restaking, or impermanent loss, and they're much more friendly to new people. So putting it all together, meme coins are simpler than tech alts. They're more liquid than NFTs. They're safer than DeFi. They have no inflation, no unlocks. They have no one dumping on you. You have better odds than with sports betting or casinos. You have more volatility, aka excitement. It's a fresh narrative. It gives retail a chance to win. And the community is much more passionate than in any other crypto asset class. And the best crypto products don't require token, and the best crypto tokens don't require product. Again, meme coin cycle is not prediction. It's already happening. Memes are dominating every metric, every single metric. So these are my predictions. 1 trillion for meme coins market cap. You're going to see 2 memes above 100 billion. You're going to see 10 memes above 10 billion. A quarter of the first page of CoinMarketCap is going to be memes. 10% meme coin dominance. Utility and VC-backed alts will continue out underperforming. Fat protocol thesis will slowly die because building store value and casino number 4 and number 5 is getting increasingly hard. VCs will be buying blue chip meme coins. Smart ones are already beginning to do so. TradFi will be buying meme coins. Smart ones are already beginning to do so. And you will see hyper meme coinization before hyper Bitcoinization. And a lot of people talking about economics of belief, tokenization of faith, and financialized new religions. For more insights, follow me on Twitter at @MustopMurad. And remember, stop trading and believe in something.
Wow. What a video, guys. Make sure you guys head to the comments, leave a like, subscribe to this channel, guys. Let me know if you appreciated this type of video. If you want more reactions, just let us know in the comments. But this is the next narrative, guys. And I just have to be real. Like, again, 99%, as he mentioned in this video, are going to go to zero. You have to find the ones that are actually trying to change, that are trying to develop that cult-like mentality. You have to be a part of the ones that want to see that effective passion in their community. If you're following those creators that shill a new meme coin per week, again, here's your takeaway. They're probably a part of the cabal. They're an early KOL, and they got it at a price that is way earlier than you. So you need to be finding the ones that are 100% decentralized, the ones that are, community focused, that are already community driven, that you have community members building entire games, spending, taking their own time, their own energy to develop and bring value to that system, because they know there is no early VCs. There's no early insiders. There's nobody dumping on you. This is just a community that has a vision, and we are going to duke up every other crypto out there on those markets. And of course, guys, there's plenty of other great communities out there. But again, let me know what your favorite meme coins are in the comments below. Let me know which ones you believe are going to outperform the rest in 2025. And of course, we'll see you in the next video.